Hi everybody, and welcome to our webinar today, the PHN Sustainability and Viability Initiative. And we like to call it SAVI because that is such a mouthful. My name is Jenny Pearson. I'm an Education Officer for the Primary Health Network. And I'm coming to you today from the beautiful Northern Tablelands, and I'm sitting on Enowan land. Before we go any further, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we're meeting on today and pay respect to elders past, present and emerging. This webinar is being recorded and it will be put up into our library within the next 24 hours. If you can all please have your microphones on mute. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to type them in. We have Shana Graves with us today, who will be facilitating the Q&A. And we also have the wonderful Alison Bull, who will be presenting the webinar. That's all that you need to hear from me. So I'll hand over to you, Al.
Thank you, Jenny. That is very nice. So I will take it that you're sharing screen now. Good afternoon, everyone, and it is great to have you all here. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join me and learn a bit more about the PHN Sustainability and Viability Initiative, also known as SAVI, as Jenny said. I am joining you from Gamilaroi country, and I am the project lead for this initiative. So thanks again for your time. So in this session, thank you, Jenny, I will provide an overview of SAVI and how you can participate, the intended benefits for your practice and all practices in the region, and to answer some frequently asked questions. We might have some time to do some questions at the end, otherwise we will disseminate a Q&A sheet after the session. Thank you, Jenny. We can move along to slide 3 now. Thank you. So you might have been hearing a bit about SAVI in our PHN weekly update or on our socials, and there's also been some media articles as well. So SAVI is the PHN's first intentional project that solely focuses on providing general practices with robust support to boost sustainability and viability. So it's essential work for the PHN to be undertaking, and this initiative does warrant the attention of every general practice in the region. So thank you for your interest. It is a long-term initiative. It evolved from the PHN's 2023 to 2028 strategic plan, and that reflects our vision for healthy people and healthy communities, and our purpose, which is to increase equity of access to primary care services. And we all know that that can't be achieved without a successful and thriving general practice business sector. And that's what we hope to achieve with SAVI over the long term, to stabilise the general practice sector in our region and to support every practice to thrive. Thank you, Jenny. So what's in it for you? Why would you participate in SAVI if you haven't already? So regardless of practice size or how long you have been in business, every practice can benefit from SAVI. Some of the intended benefits include an opportunity for you to evaluate financial, operational and workforce aspects of your practice, to identify areas for improvement, and also identify issues that might be negatively impacting business success, and also what the next steps to address those might be. There's an opportunity to receive intentional and tailored support relevant for your practice's needs. SAVI intends to deliver tools that will help practices make informed decisions to enhance long-term success, and also opportunities for revenue optimisation, including through maximising use of the MBS. Other benefits include PHN leveraged partnerships to empower general practice owners and managers. And that's all towards a stable, thriving, profitable business sector in the future. And that's what we're all working towards together. Thank you, Jenny. So SAVI launched on the 1st of February, and simultaneously every general practice and AMS in the region was provided access to SAVI's viability assessment platform. So we engaged a third-party consultant, Semantic Consulting, to develop this, which was presented to each practice as a survey. So the Viability Assessment Survey is the initial step for practices to collaborate with us, the SAVI. The purpose of the survey is to improve our understanding of key issues impacting practices. So semantics are helping us to aggregate the incoming data and create all the pretty graphs. They help us show the correlations between viability and practice characteristics and make meaning of the information that is coming through. So that is helping us to identify those key issues, and we need that visibility for the success of this project and so that this project is impactful for your business. We know that confidentiality is important to practice and we do take privacy seriously. So semantic consulting applies the Australian privacy principles under the Privacy Act, and that applies to both organisations and government around the collection, use and disclosure of information, governance and accountability as well. So by taking part in a survey, the information shared is completely confidential and tightly governed. Only 2 members of the PHN have access to the incoming information, that being myself and the Executive Manager for Primary Care Improvement, John Bailey, and this information sits strictly with us. No individual practice data will be shared with third parties. We will share aggregated de-identified data regarding trends across the region, and I'm sure that we will be very interested to see that. The survey covers 3 main areas influencing sustainability and viability, and we've wrapped that up in finance, workforce and operations. Because of the areas that the survey covers, it's suitable to be completed by an owner, a practice manager or even a CEO. The email sent to practices that contains the link to the survey explicitly states this and asks the reader to contact me if the survey needs to be directed to a more appropriate person. And we've done that for several practices already, where there is an alternative preferred contact aside from a communal mailbox that some practices operate from. So there are about 40 questions in the survey, and the average time to complete the survey is specifically 11 minutes and 20 seconds, so it doesn't take long. The survey provides an opportunity for every practice owner or manager to reflect on a variety of areas of the business and to get a better understanding of key issues. We are seeing some emerging themes already, and I'll talk about some of those in a moment. So the survey is straightforward and it's non-intrusive. We're asking a broad range of general questions across the areas of workforce, finance and operations, and we might ask questions like, would your practice be able to afford a piece of equipment fundamental to operations? We aren't asking for detailed financials. We might ask if the practice has experienced difficulties recovering outstanding debt, or if there are issues around profitability. No specifics are requested and no assumptions are made. Some questions are optional, and for the workforce questions, we might ask things around dynamics and competencies. So all of this information will help us to move forward confidently and to substantiate the support of the activities that we will be developing. So it's important to us, and I hope it's important to you, that those activities are as impactful as possible, and that's why every additional practice we hear from really does support the success of this project. So we do invite you to have your say. Once you complete the survey, you will have immediate access to a downloadable report as a record of your answers to the questions. Within a month of the survey closing, I will personally provide the individual who completed the survey a copy of the report, and that will come out by email. So there'll be lots of work to be done by the look of the numbers coming through. Specific survey answers are not in the report, but the report will provide a summary of where the practice is positioned in comparison to the mean score across the areas of workforce, operations and finance, and it will also provide an overall score in comparison to all participating practices. And again, that helps us to identify what type and how much support we need to provide. The report will be accompanied by recommended next steps and an invitation to partner with us for ongoing business support and opportunities. opportunities, and that choice will be yours. We can't improve what we don't know about, and that again is the purpose of the survey, to improve our visibility and understanding of the issues impacting your practice. So the survey has gained an impressive response from practices so far, and we are very grateful. It is closing soon. Thank you, Jenny. We might go to the next slide. So we've got some emerging themes from SAVI. We have 110 responses or practices participating in SAVI so far, and there are 5,000 words in the comments. There are 2 options for free text, and that is very popular. It is clear to us that SAVI is providing an effective avenue for practices to have their say. Some of the emerging themes are around team dynamics, respect, team morale. Just the stress alone of working in general practice currently bring down the morale and vibe of the clinic. Operational issues caused by either morale within admin team or lack of knowledge. Other themes are around wellbeing, stress and burnout. Not surprising. Jenny, we might go to the next slide if that's okay, thank you. Other themes are around time management and miscommunication, lack of opportunity to invest in looking at other income streams, declined staff make it difficult to perform quality improvement activities or implement new procedures or investigate other possible income streams due to lack of available time. And we know that that's the case. Despite that, there is enthusiasm for business support. There is an overwhelming sense of frustration about the challenges that general practices are facing, but there is certainly an undertone of determination among owners and managers who are participating already, and enthusiasm for initiatives like SAVI that are focusing on practice profitability, and that's great. Thank you, Jenny. So we are asking all practices to participate and have a say. General practices do deserve to make a profit, and that's essential for any business. And I love this comment that came through. I am happy for you to fix everything. And while SAVI isn't designed to fix everything, it does signify our genuine commitment to support every general practice in the region reach its full potential, to be viable in the long term and provide the essential healthcare services that our communities are dependent on. And to help you, we need to have that sound understanding of what is happening, and we need a champion at your practice to work with. So if you aren't already participating, then please take that step on behalf of your practice and complete the survey, so that we're all working together on this. Thank you, Julie.
Hi, Al. Are you able to pop your headphones on? It's just a bit hard to hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have headphones, but I can talk louder.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Jenny, we might go to the next slide. Yes, thank you. So we have spoken about the launch of SAVI and the Viability Assessment Platform, and you might be wondering what's next. So the direction we take regarding tailored support for practices will really depend on what we're hearing from practices, what those key issues and trends are across the region. But I can tell you that we are working through the development of a second platform, and we've started conversations with some digital health partners about what that might look like. The second platform is intended to enable participating practices to be proactive and make informed business decisions across workforce, operations and finance. That will be interactive and allow what-if scenarios, yeah, we look forward to kind of working that up a bit further. There are other options that we're looking into, such as the development and support opportunities for practice managers and those in leadership roles, and that is likely to be through third-party organisations. We are also looking at coaching and mentoring support services for practices. We do intend to partner with other peak bodies like AAPN and there will be broader opportunity for participating practices as well. So those are some of the opportunities that we are looking to provide through SAVI. Thank you, Jenny. I might go to the next slide. So we'll come back to those first steps. If you haven't participated already, the Viability Assessment Platform and Survey provides us with that mechanism to better understand what is happening in general practice sector across the region and what those appropriate next steps are to support your business. So we do invite you to take 10 minutes to reflect on your practice performance and be part of this work that we're undertaking together to support general practices maximise their success. So thank you. I might pause there for any questions, if that's okay. Shana, is there anything that has come through yet?
No, Al, we don't have anything through yet. You're providing a very thorough overview, so we're good to go.
No worries. I'm just thinking of some that come through via email, and some of them are, if I've started a survey and lost it, what do I do? Well, you can give me a call and I will have that survey recalibrated, if you like, and resent out to yourself. And I am available for conversations or meetings at practices or via Teams or phone calls. So I do welcome anybody who has any questions at all about SAVI, the Viability Assessment Platform and Survey, or what the next steps are and how to partner with us. That is all very welcome, and thank you very much for your time. And that is nice and short and sweet. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Jenny, for your support, and Shana, and thank you, everyone, for taking time out of your day to learn a bit more about SAVI. I really do appreciate the time that you've provided. Thank you.